There we are. I think we're live. Hi, everybody. Tuesday lunch hour, 30-minute Buns and Guns. Make sure you've got an area that's clear to work in. You've got your weights if you're going to use weights during the class. You've got water close by. Take a break anytime you need one. We're going to work at our own pace. So again, the environment I'm in is not conducive for lots of high impact and jumping, so my moves are probably going to be more of a low impact. I'll probably switch between both. By all means, you take it up high if that's where you want to work. And as we add weights to our workout, that's a choice. You can do all of these moves with no weights in your hands, or you can add the weights for increased intensity. Just be aware of any time we're moving the arms way out in front, to the side. We don't want to be loaded too much. If we're close to our body doing biceps and triceps, we can go a little heavier on those. Okay? So we're going to just start to walk it out, march it out. If you want to go straight into a run, as we first start to move, we want to make sure that we're going in a forward and backwards plane and not doing a lot of twisting until we start to get the blood moving, the oxygen into all those body parts that maybe have just been idle all morning. So this is a time, if you've been sitting, just to start adding a little bit more intensity into this move. Wake everything up. Take it wide. And let's tap side to side. And just start to squat down a little bit. Again, we're getting those inner thighs working here. We're squeezing down back through the glutes. Getting those buns moving right away. And start to roll in the shoulder. Press in, roll back. Lift the elbows up about shoulder height. And now do a full arm, like you're doing a backstroke. Keep those legs squeezing. Both arms together now. Roll back, roll back. Come up onto the toes and stretch tall. Go down low into a squat. Move between those two moves. And now single arm is going to reach across and back. Here we start rotation, across and back. Lift up your toes. Point your feet in the direction of your nose. There you go. Switch to the other side. So go back and front. Back and front. Keep the core engaged as we do that rotation. Squeeze down the back of your leg. 4, 3, 2. Last one, bring it in, deep breath. Shake it out all the way down. Do that again. Good. Now let's take it to maybe a higher jog. Maybe you want to keep it low and do knees up. Your choice. I'm going to go through just a couple of cycles of running, jogging, or knees, mixed in with high or low jacks, mixed in with squats. 4, 3, 2. Last one, and into jacks. So you can do the full range of motion, but slow it down. Keep it less intense. You can go into side jacks. And there's no impact here at all. Or you can go full blown, which I'm not going to do. Again, I'm always aware of what's hanging on my walls and about what might come down. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Into squats. First set. Feet are under our hips. As we go down into our squat, we squeeze our legs together. So focus on inner thighs, squeezing in. Sit back those hips. And if you start to take some steps backwards, that's actually an indication you're setting those hips in the right direction. So it's not knees forward, it's hips back. Dig in those heels. 2 more. 1 more. Back to your jog, your knees. Maybe this set of jogging, you're doing heels up to your buns. Here's another option. You can be doing hamstring curls, really squeezing. You can alternate between. Try to ignore that little noise that's going on. Couple more. 4, 3, 2. Last one. And jog. Whoops. Jacks. There we go. So again, you're going to choose your level. Maybe you want to do some different arms, and you can be crossing at the wrist in front. 4, 3, 2, last one. This time our legs go wide, and we go into our squat. Still doing the same thing. Sitting back, pushing those hips back, weight into our heels, keep the chest up. Those hands go out like a counterbalance. Core tight, squeeze up. 2 more, 1 more. Good. Shake it out, deep breath. And I'm gonna grab my handy 5-pound weights. Now, we need a bit of room here. So make sure you've got room to go forward into a forward lunge. I'm gonna turn sideways so you can watch the placement of my foot, that my knee on the front leg doesn't go past my toe on the front foot. I step, and then I go down. Step forward, then go down. And we're going to add bicep curls. Bicep curls. Go slower. If you really want to get a lot out of this move, focus on control, making sure we take out all of the help that we might get with the momentum. Step forward, curl. Depending on what you're using for weights, you're either doing a regular bicep curl or you're doing a hammer curl, which I'm doing right now. My palms are facing in. 1 more each side. Good. Really good. I'm going to go a little lighter as I tap side to side. So lighter weights because I'm going to take my hands away from the center line of my body. I start by extending out to the front of the room. If you're facing a corner, it's like you're trying to press or place something onto a shelf that's in the corner. So we got the arms staying at shoulder height. Now I want you to think about that leg as we extend front and lean a bit. Now the back leg, you need to point the toe, squeeze. Your core is tight, your glutes are tight, all the way down to the toe. Good. Can you extend and reach a bit more? Really asking the core to support you. 2 more. And we're going to move this so that we open to the back. So I go front, I turn and look to the back. I bring my nose with me, I bring my hips with me. Everything turns. Then I start to open the arm to the back. So extend front, open the elbow, place it to the back. Front and back. Look at that elbow staying at shoulder height. Good. 2 more. 1 more. Bring it down. Walk it out just for a second. And let's go back into that toe touch side to side. Second side, elbow up, shoulder height. Start to press into either the corner of your room or imaginary corner. I don't know where you're working out. In that corner, there's a shelf, and you just need to lean a bit more to get your weight or your hand to touch the shelf. Lean a bit more. Core is engaged. You're really thinking about this before you lean. Abs are tight. Now squeeze down the back of that leg. Point the toe. Get ready, we're going to start to turn and look to the back. First with the elbow bent, then start to extend. So reach front and then extend to the back. Your nose, your hips, your knees and toes all come with you. Everything turns. Good. 4, 3, 2. Last one. Really, really good. Maybe those shoulders are a little sore. I'm going to go down with those weights, pick up ones that are slightly heavier. It's always an option. You can do no weights at all. So we're going to lean slightly forward, hinging at the hips, and making sure we've got bent knees so they're always nice and soft. Squeezing those elbows up high and start to extend behind you. Up. Try not to bring the elbows down when we bring the weights back in. So feel free to adjust. And now we're going to start to touch back as we press the hands, alternating toe touches. Back, back. Maybe you want to go even deeper, not just a toe touch, but actually a lunge. So if you're doing that lunge, it's taking a bit more time. Don't worry about going slower. Good, make it work for you. 4, 3, 2, really feeling this in the back of the arms. Excellent. Going to do some side squats. So we squat down, we squeeze back in, so really exaggerate that. Squat down again, and then switch to the other side. So it's a center, squeeze back, move to the other side. Center, squeeze back, over to the other side. Center, squeeze back, transition over. Center, squeeze back. Now depending on what kind of floor you're working on, you can even just slightly drag that foot. Right here, drag it in, out. Not putting any pressure on the knees. If you feel that, don't do the drag. Good. I think I might have missed this. Center and back, transition over. Start talking and forget what I'm doing. On that transition, we're going to start to add, putting the weights down, picking the weights up. Transition, put them down. Notice you pause a little bit more. Transition, pick them up. Little pause. Ooh, that feels good. Transition, put them down. Yeah, squeeze the inner thighs back together and the glutes. It's a big bun squeeze. Just ahead of Thanksgiving dinner, squeeze those buns. There we go. One more there. One more back. Squeeze in. Good. Way to go, guys. So you put up with a lot with my really silly sense of humor, if we can call it that. Tapping again. One side pressing up, down, up. First part of the move, I really want you to focus on pressing up as high as you can. Open the right side of your body. That's the side for me. Your left, I don't know which one it is for you, but open that side. Open. Now we're going to press and curl. Press and curl. And as we curl, we bring in the other leg. So now it's almost like we're curling, adding a squat, as though we want to put the weight on the ground. Still pressing up, curling down. Go slower to get through the entire move. Don't compromise on your extensions. Go slower so you can get through it all. Next level, leg lifts out to the side without leaning. Stay straight up, shoulders over hips. Extending leg, feeling it in your outer thigh. 2 more. Extend up. 1 more. Good. We'll march out. Ooh, lots of work for the legs, eh? Tap it out. Ready to go. Second side. Start with a press. Up. Press. Press whatever's comfortable with you, however you hold that hand. Doesn't matter where your palm is facing. You can actually even do a little rotation through the wrist. Right up, open the side. Now we're going to add in curl down. Press up, curl down. Now bring the leg in. Bring it in. Press up. Give me more of a squat. Like you're going to put that weight on the ground. Go slower to get through the entire move without compromising on extension. Up, down, adding more if you want. Extending out the leg directly to the side. Outer thigh work. Keep your torso straight tall, shoulders over hips. Good, press. Can you give me 4 more? 2 more, you can do it. 1 more. Perfect. Way to go. We're going to go back to those toe touches back. Lean a bit forward. Bring your palms up, elbows by your side. Start to extend. So when my right leg goes back, my right arm goes forward. Keep the motion on the same side of your body. Slow it down if you want to, and exaggerate more. Now, next level, we squat in between. Squat and squeeze up, down and up, squat, squeeze, squeeze, core tight. 8, 7, 6, last 4, good. Exaggerate, out and out. Really good. You know, I like my over row deadlift. We'll see if I can do it with these heavier weights. If you're using these things, always make sure those lids are locked really tight. So, standing, feet under your hips, hinging forward from the hips with the knees soft. Extend, row, extend, deadlift, stand tall, over, row, extend, stand tall, over, row. Don't lock those knees. Keep them slightly bent, especially on the squeeze up. We don't want to lock knees when we're squeezing up. The squeeze is through the core, through the glutes, even the inner thighs. 1 more. Good. All right. Little shake, little break, whatever you need. And we start going into squats. Notice if you don't change anything and you just continue to do these squats, that's okay. That's great work right here. And if you've got weights in your hands, that's fantastic. You're asking your body to push up a little bit more than it's used to, so that's all good. If you want to, we add a bit more work for the arms, make it a bit more interesting maybe, a bit more challenging. Shoulder press, shoulder stand. What are we doing with those legs? They're squeezing. Core is tight. Arms press slightly forward when you go up. 1 more time. Yes. All right. Walk out if you need to. Now we're going to combine. Here we go. Over row. Deadlift up. Squat push. Squat stand. Over row. Deadlift up. Squat push. Squat stand. Over row. Squat push. Go low. Press up tall. Go low. Over row. Bring those elbows up high. Deadlift. Squeeze. Squat push. Squat stand. Yeah. Really, really good work. Going to lighter weights. And just before I do, a little sip. Those legs keep marching, walking, moving slightly. So going into a long extension. I don't want my feet right behind each other. I want them a little wider so that helps with my balance. But what I do want is my toes both facing front. Okay, so now I lean forward and my elbow can rest on my thigh. And one arm here just pulls up. Pull up. Notice I'm not opening. I'm trying to keep my shoulders square with the floor. For something different on the legs, you can roll, follow the foot, and then press the heel back without locking the back knee. Your other option is a knee dip. And I think I'm going on the opposite move here, but that's okay. 4, core tight. 3, 2, last one. Step in, squeeze. Good. Take any chance you have to kind of hold a move with a balance pose. Okay, second side. Toes pointing forward, leaning with my front arm. My second side, I just start to do hand down, elbow pull back without opening. That's a different move. We want to keep shoulders square. So again, your options are a knee dip straight down, or if you've done enough knee dips, you can do the foot roll. And when you do the foot roll, you can really feel the calf stretch when you press the heel towards the floor and extend but not quite straighten that leg. 2 more. 1 more. Good. Good. Number 11 with those feet, lean slightly forward. We're going to open wide on one side, open wide on the other side, and then both arms together, count of 2 up, count of 2 down. So open 1, 2 up, 2 down, up, down, single, second side, 2 together up, squeeze, shoulder blades, slowly down, single, up, that core is tight, slowly 2 up. Really feel shoulder blades squeezing. Here we go, feel them squeeze, up, down, single, 2 up, 2 down. Good, and that's it. Really good, guys and gals. Okay, so your heart rate might still be up. Feel free to walk it out. We're going to do some more of our standing work, which focuses a lot more on the core, but you will find that your legs are going to get a little tired, fatigued from holding you up. So choose one leg to stand on. Connect with that foot, bend the knees slightly, and start to lift the other leg. Knee lift, straight up. Straight up. You don't have to have weights in your hand. You can do this without. You can also do this with touching the ground. So the challenge is to not touch, but if you are touching, you're still getting the work of the knee lift, so that's okay. Slow it down a little bit. Up. If you're having trouble with balance, So your options are touch down or keep your eyes focused off into the distance on something that's not moving. Okay, so now we're going to start to do a slight rotation either way. First over the thigh and then back. Over the thigh and then call that outside. This is like inside over the thigh, outside. Inside, outside. And I've added just a little bit more as we rotate outside. When the leg goes down towards the floor, you can choose to extend it to the side with a squeeze. Ooh, now it's hard to figure out what leg is working harder. Feel them both. One more. Up and out. Do what you need to. Wiggle out, shake out, walk out. Standing on your second side, ground that foot. Start to lift the knee. Using that imaginary string that's attached between your belly button and your knee. So the belly button actually pulls first, it pulls the string, it pulls the knee. Slow. When you're ready, and this is where focusing on one spot that's not moving is helpful, because as you start to move your body, the challenge gets a little more intense. So we're rotating to the inside over the thigh and then outside. Inside and then outside. If you want to, as you rotate outside, that moving leg is down towards the floor, you can extend it directly to the side. Get some work for the outer thigh muscles, the abductors. Whoa, good. Both legs are working. This is your last one. Yeah, really good. Really, really good. Taking away those weights. Stand on that first side again. So we're going to switch back and forth to give those legs a little break. And we're going to go into a bicycle. So that leg moves forward, making more of a circle as opposed to just straight up and down. And those arms are circling as well. Now slow down. Go backwards. Pedaling backwards, arms backwards. Good. One more. And bring it down. Into the second side, we're going backwards first. So first up, get ready, and now go backwards. Have to think about it. It's not a habit. So I said cycle, you would automatically start forward. You wouldn't even have to think about it. Telling you to cycle backwards, it takes some thinking, some coordination. Making sure your standing knee is soft. Slow down, and now go forward. Notice how you really don't have to think about it. Other than, ooh, can I go a little higher? Can I go a little slower? Can I go a little bigger in my circle? One more. Really good. Okay, last balance is going to be pendulum. So leg forward, just a slight lean back. I bring the leg, if I can, I just skim and I go directly to the back and I can lean. And my lean forward can be a lot bigger than my lean backwards. Arms are out for balance. Go slow, control. Good. One more on this side. And then we'll switch. Really, really good core work. If you're touching down between front and back, that's okay. You can bring the hands in. It's a bit more challenging because like those tightrope walkers, your stick of your arms out to the side are helping with balance. So it's trying to stay really tiny. You're adding intensity to the move. Maybe you wobble a bit more. And last one, let's bring it in. Deep breath in. And out. And up. Hold those hands. Press the palms away. Slowly bring the hands in front of you. Press out with the heel of each palm So almost like the fingers come back towards your face. Those elbows are going to be slightly bent, and you feel the stretch down the back of the arm. Bring it down, shake it out. Inhale. Hands together above you. Slowly bring them down. This time you're looking at the palms of your hands. Thumbs up. And really focusing now, stretching through shoulders, maybe your neck. Good, bring it down. Arm comes back, giving yourself a pat on the back. And then we're just going to hold so that the bicep stays by your ear. Elbow points up towards the ceiling. Free hand is here only for support. Not a push, not a pull. Tricep stretch. Bring it down, other side. Again, always start with that congratulatory pat on the back. Good work. And then let's just pause and hold the stretch. Bring it down. Stretching for those legs. Again, we want the feet apart, not right behind each other. So here's where you get your balance. Feet are wide, toes straight ahead. Lean forward on that front thigh. Maybe bend that back knee. Now press the heel down and almost straighten that leg, but not quite. Feel the stretch in the calf, back leg. Option is to lift one or two arms out front, core tight. Bring those hands back, shoulders over your hips, up onto the ball of your foot. Press forward with the hip, getting a stretch in the hip flexor. You can even sink it down low. Bring those arms up into cactus arms, so just bending at the elbows, fingers pointing to the ceiling. Stand up, bring in the back foot halfway, hands on your back thigh. And now, as though there's a chair behind you, keeping your chest up, looking out, not quite down to the floor, but not cranking your neck. Pivot on that front heel, bring those toes up to your nose, and getting a great stretch, starting in the glute, hamstring down into the calf. Roll up slowly, switch those legs. So again, a wide stance, but toes going straight ahead. Lean forward. Maybe do that adjustment with the back leg. Really bend the knee, then press the heel back. And now extend the back leg, but not quite straight through the knee. Slight bend there. Do you want to extend? Pretend you're holding on to a ball. Or you might want to leave those hands back down on your thigh. And bringing them back in, slowly bring those shoulders over your hips, up onto the back foot. Press forward with your hips. Maybe sink it down low. Maybe those hands now come by the side of your head, making sure we still have that grapefruit underneath our chin. So don't extend back through the neck. Bring those hands down, step in halfway, hands on the back thigh, really push those hips behind you, pivot up onto the heel of that front foot, glute, hamstring, calf, really feeling that stretch. Toe down, roll up slow, inhale, and last stretch for the quads, so let's bring up your foot. And if I turn sideways, you'll see I'm trying to keep my stretching leg slightly behind my standing leg. I can push the foot back a little bit more as I really squeeze the glutes, and I get a stretch down the thigh, quad stretch. Bring it in, and second side. So sometimes I'm not able to hold these stretches for the full recommended time, so if you're feeling like you need to get that stretch a bit more, go back and do it after class. You're still warm. You can do any additional stretches you need to. Inhale. Let it go. One more inhale. Let it go. Now, all the way up. Side to side, reach, reach, reach. Hold, hold, hold. And down. Excellent work. Enjoy the rest of your day. Maybe I'll see you Thursday. Have a great day, everybody. Bye.